Is it really? It's doing subtitles. We should do nonsense. What kind of nonsense? Okay. All right. Well, let's go to our live.
It still says morning verses at the bottom.
I'm not worried about it. Who cares? Okay, I'm gonna hang up on you, dear, and we're gonna go live. Here we are. All right. See you, wife. How I always talk to her, wife. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
If you can see us, then sorry. This is just for laughs or maybe not.
Yeah, possibly. I guess I'll decide.
Yeah. So, we had this idea. This is Matt. Let me introduce you. This is Matthew.
Hello.
I'm Lucas. I've always been Lucas, but he's Matthew now.
Today.
We share office space, so he is. He'll work with us on some projects, and then he's got clients. He's a designer. But here's the thing about Matt. Matt is an expert at what's funny. Would you say
apparently?
That's true? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's got a good laugh. He has just a wit at what is funny and what isn't. And if Matt doesn't laugh, it isn't funny.
Oh no, because I laugh at a lot of things.
Yeah, and that's true.
If it doesn't get a laugh, it.
Yeah, and so he's got a sense of what's funny in each culture in the world.
Oh boy.
So like if he doesn't laugh, there's no culture in the world that would laugh at it.
Right.
Even if it's.
I am probably the most cultured person I know.
Well, aren't we all when you think about it? Okay, so this is Lunchtime Laughs. Now he's also a good typologist.
Word reader.
Word reader? No,
What
what
are
is
you
it
talking
when you
about?
proofreader? He noticed that I had misspelled this. I had it like something like Lunchtime Laughs. He's like, you did that wrong. So here's the point of this. I don't even think we'll call it a show because who knows what this thing is. But it's just for fun. We're figuring you're on your lunch break if you're in the Central Time Zone, and we just thought we'd just do some fun stuff. So what I've done is I've written a comedy bit.
Oh, you've actually written it?
I have some stuff. I got some things. Some
Okay.
things. Always have a few things.
He literally told me like 10 minutes ago, hey, I got an idea for a show. Want to help out?
This is totally new. It's totally silly. So I have a few things written that I'm going to test out on you. So that's what I'm thinking this show is me testing comedy garbage on Matthew. And if he doesn't think it's funny, then I just need to delete it. If it's funny, then I'll probably also delete it too, because what are we going to do with a bunch of comedy stuff? So I've written up, and so by the way, if you've watched our other broadcasts, usually they're very Bible focused, so this will be family friendly, but it's not a faith thing. It's just for giggles. So Matt, are you ready?
Hit me.
Okay. Well, you can relate to this. We have a 2-year-old. You have kids. Why don't you tell them how many kids you have?
I got four girls.
Oh, try to one up me then.
Yeah.
Or 3 up me. That would be 2 if you do the math. But he's got 4 girls, and their names are.
Kendi, Marjorie, Spring, and Brigida.
Man, he moved right through those.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. I was like, whoa.
I thought I wouldn't get up to speak.
Because I usually don't get it right in the moment when I'm calling them out.
Was that in the right order?
That was the right order, yeah.
But you notice I started with the pinky. That would be the youngest.
Oh, I missed that.
Ridiculous. Okay, so we have a 2-year-old, and we're potty training. Okay,
Yep.
And so now I'm not going to tell you when I'm going into what I've written. So I might just be talking to you, or I might be telling a joke. I'm going to kind of sneak them up on you.
Okay.
So we have a 2-year-old, and we're potty training, and I can say that all is well. But by well, I don't mean good. I mean like the deep, dark, wet hole that if you fall into, you can never escape. That's what potty training feels like for us. That was a joke.
Okay.
Okay. See, if it doesn't work the first time, you just got to milk it. It's like,
that was the joke.
That was the joke.
Prompting you to laugh now.
Yeah. I was just thinking it'd be funny to maybe what this show ought to be is you have like a button that you hit when you recognize that it is a joke. And if you don't recognize it's a joke, then it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke if you don't recognize it. So it's a deep, dark, wet hole that we feel like we've fallen into with this potty training thing, and it just feels like it's never ending. He uses the potty about like I use commas, kind of like all over the place, but never quite in the right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, a little bit of a laugh. it's about a B minus, probably a C. Okay, so here's
I think there's, even with the well, like there's some good stuff there. It's, I don't know, maybe the delivery or like how it's presented to me or something is
I got an
not
idea.
like, because yes, there's some funny stuff there.
Okay, how about
it just
this?
didn't hit me as.
All is well, but by that I mean a deep, dark hole. No good.
Okay.
The commas thing, really, that is really how I use commas. I'm not sure where they go. So like when I'm writing something, like that's part of my job.
Yeah,
I write
yeah.
things. I just like, oh, here's one,
Right.
and the editor will take it
Yeah.
out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So now here's one
Now
of the things.
is Krista the editor in the
She's-
house cleaning up the poop?
She's pretty good. Oh.
Yeah.
she's taking out all the comments.
Right.
Okay, so what about this? What about just like, you guys are out of potty training, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what about just doing diapers until college?
Well, I mean,
What's the big deal?
sure. I guess if you want to do that.
Just let them go.
Yeah.
And because my thought was like, if you can get a class from, a liberal arts university that's like communism today, which you can. There's all kinds of weird classes. Why wouldn't there be like a bachelor's of contemporary potty studies? I mean, there should be like some sort of program where you can be trained to potty, to use the toilet. And so I'm just thinking, we'll just do diapers until his
Yeah.
freshman year of college,
Just
and then
while you're in college, go ahead and learn that.
we'll learn it. Yeah, because to me, like college and diapers are made for each other, right? Because like, what all-night study session wouldn't be made more effective by being
right.
diapered up?
Oh, yeah,
Just,
yeah.
Why not?
Just
Why
hit the
not?
books hard and
The book's hard.
let the librarian custodian, the library custodian, deal with that.
Yeah, all librarians would also then be custodians, I think. Yeah. So, here's another thing that I've been wondering about. Is like, I wondered if you guys have had this experience. Like, why is it that when they're potty training, they wait to unload the dump truck in their Huggies until you have company? Was that kind of y'all's experience? Like when people are at the house, that's when they're going to fill up the diaper.
I don't know.
Well, it's always when I fill up mine.
Right.
So this happened to us a while back. We had company over. Goodness, it could have been you guys. I don't know if it. I don't know because y'all don't come over a whole lot because we don't allow you to. We say no, thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all really haven't come over in a long time, but we got to do that again. But anyway, we had company over, and Eli had apparently been in the back of the house manufacturing a huge load of toxic waste. And it's kind of like the nuclear industry, they don't know what to do with their fissile material, so they go take it somewhere else. So he walks into the living room smelling kind of like the rhino enclosure at like the local low budget zoo, and he's carrying in his hands his loaded diaper, which to me was like sort of like a miniature hammock full of those overripe brown squishy bananas,
Oh,
just like,
boy.
and he came in and he said something like look, Daddy, like I was supposed to be impressed, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed, So anyway, I slam dunked the evidence that we're bad parents, and and then it was like with Krista, it's like we were surprised that he could get his diaper off. It was like how did this happen? As
Yeah.
if the world had just like unraveled, and we shouldn't have been surprised because his thumbs actually developed young, early for his age. I think thumbs should be like teeth. I think they should grow in after
just
potty
start
training.
in.
Yeah, no thumbs during potty training, and then that's it. So, all right, can you identify any jokes in that wad of nonsense that I just? Well, I should be asking. Do you have a joke?
Oh no, I'm the least funny person.
No,
I
that's
know.
not
No,
true.
it is. It is.
You're always laughing at things, and we goof quite a bit because we share office space, and so the kinds of things that we laugh at probably are I think maybe the word would be childish.
yeah,
very silly.
The things that make me laugh are just completely nonsensical, stupid
We should try some
humor
of that.
stuff. So
Like pretty often, I will say something like, I'll make up a goofy name and say that this goofy person is waiting outside wanting to talk to you, which is also funny with Matt because he doesn't really want to talk to people for the most part. So I can't even remember what it was today, but I think I did that just a few minutes ago.
yeah, he did.
Do you remember what
I
it was?
don't know that it was appropriate.
Sometimes it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's inappropriate, and we're not going to share those. But okay, so on the subject, I got more. You want more?
Oh,
You're just loving
hit
this.
me hard. Yeah.
Your demeanor is like, please give me more. Here's what I was thinking. We put baby. Now I'm not bashing on my kid, but I mean he's the one still, So, but we put baby-proof latches on all the cabinets to keep the kids out of the toxic chemicals. But what I was thinking today is like there's nothing more toxic than what he's got access to at the flip of a thumb, you know? And then he's carrying it around. I was thinking, what we need is inventors to make a baby-proof diaper. I mean, it can't come off. It could be surgically, attached here, for a certain time. And then maybe it swells up and then you know that it needs to be surgically removed. I don't know. It's not a great concept yet.
I like it's got potential.
We got some development. It's got some potential to send you to jail. That's what it's got potential to do. But so anyway, that's my thought. Is like, where are the inventors? Why don't we have baby-proof diapers? Because it's like we have these escape artists in the house that are dying to put commas all over the place, and it's just we always do like we're gonna baby-proof our house so the baby's safe. But I'm thinking, what about the house? The house is the one that's vulnerable here in this situation.
Right.
So, but I'm thinking that you guys are kind of experts on all this, right?
I would not say that at all.
Oh, is that right? That's all right. Well, but I mean, y'all are past potty training, right?
We've been through 4 kids, but each kid just, solidified the fact that we don't know anything about.
I like how you said we've been through 4 kids, like they're old paper towels. Done with that one. Send them on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So were there any lessons? And if there's not, that's fine. But were there any lessons or advice for parents out there? Because I think a lot of the people that watch are actually young parents. What kind of advice is there for young parents in that phase?
Lucas should know better than to put me on the spot asking me for advice on something. So I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. So
there is no advice.
I think what it is marry well. I think that's what it is. It's marry somebody that loves doing diapers. And it turns out both of our wives
as far as I know,
they love doing diapers.
Absolutely.
So did you guys ever play that game where it's an unspoken game where you pretend as if you don't know that the baby
of course.
The baby is like everybody in the entire neighborhood can smell it, but I'm like, I didn't notice, honey. did the baby,
Or like it's your turn. It's just a wet one, but
it's just a wet one. Did you open up? There was Mark Lowry had a really funny bit. Did you ever watch Mark Lowry?
I think I've seen some.
He was a
Sounds
singer.
Familiar. I don't.
Yeah, he was a singer, but is a singer, but he would do comedy between his songs, and he had this really great bit about being on an airplane, and this lady next to he's a funny storyteller, but this lady next to him was like, "Do you mind if I change that my kid's diaper? It's only a wet one." And the punchline of it was something like, "It tweren't just a wet one." I was thinking like the thought of doing that in an airplane on your lap, and somebody, oh, golly. So anyway. All right, well, hey, that's all I got. Here's what I'm thinking. We want to know if you guys have funny thoughts or funny ideas or things you'd like us to talk about. Part of what I'm trying to do is actually a lot more analytical than it seems. This seems like we're just goofing around, but I actually want to figure out how to be funny. And so help us to understand that. Help us to, kind of shape, because I feel like it's a skill that is always useful, is to be funny in a situation. Like say you're at a funeral, for instance. Nobody's laughing. it's time for some jokes.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, I got something to, you know, that you ever do the share time at a funeral? Like, yeah, I got something, and then do like a 10-minute
A monologue. Yeah.
stand-up bit,
Yeah.
you know? That's the perfect time. But anyway, I've found for me, I really enjoy being able to make people laugh, but it baffles me sometimes, because sometimes when I'm intending to be funny, like the last 8 minutes, it's not funny, and then sometimes when I'm not intending to be funny, people are laughing, and I'm like, what's wrong with this situation?
Yeah.
So, anyway. All right, cool. Anything else you want to say? You had like a speech you
No,
wanted to...
right,
very
right. I've
long-
always got a speech ready.
Yeah, in like Old English, Elizabethan English, he wanted to share, but maybe we'll do that, you know,
At some point, yeah.
So we'll be broadcasting again in about 7 years, probably.
Yeah.
So this is gone.
When the
so
demand
well.
for the show
Demand, you know, so
comes
if you were to
back.
chart the demand, you know, once the demand is up above 2, so like 1 and then 2, when we get to the 2, we have our audience is very large. It's in the 3s. Threes of people are begging us to do this. So,
I'm not sure. Maybe we're included in that.
yeah. Our wives, that'd be 2, and then that's not divisible by 3. Hey, here's another fun thing. Matt's really good at math, and so I don't have. We should have done comments. People could ask you math questions. Like, while I make math jokes. I'm excellent at math jokes. Do you know any math jokes?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Actually,
I'm a total disappointment.
here's the joke that I think would be really cool. You go all the way through school. This isn't written. This is the total ad lib, and you're going to love it. It's going to be good. You go all the way through school, and you're confused by math the entire time. And when you finally graduate college, they say, the president leans in and says, the whole math thing was all made up. It was all a joke. That's what it felt like to me going through math. It's like I was waiting for
Yeah.
somebody to say, this
the
is...
punchline.
Yeah, none of this is real. It's none of it. And then we've talked about this a lot, because this is something that really bothers me. It doesn't seem to bother him. Imaginary numbers. Like, I got to imaginary numbers. I was like, see? It's made up. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching. Maybe what we'll do, we might do this every once in a while, or we may never do it again. But I think if we do it again, what we ought to be doing is we ought to be eating lunch.
Oh yeah,
Or
true.
we ought to be eating
Like,
lung if it's
lung
lung
time.
Lung, phlegm,
You
lung
can eat the
time.
title.
Eat the title. Yeah. Oh, that was impressive.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, if you guys need design work, Matt is a great designer. Send me a message. I'll forward it on to him. He does web and graphic design. That's not the reason we're doing this, but just if anybody
Shameless
needs something.
plug.
Yeah, and it's all comedy design. Everything he does is comedy
Right. Yeah.
design. It's all
It's
funny.
so bad. It's funny.
Yeah, every color. He can use every color in a design.
Uh-huh.
If you don't understand why that's a joke, then you're not a designer.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys later. And I don't have the end button. You know what we could do? Why don't you just stay on camera?
I'll go hit the end.
No, why
or
don't you
I don't
just
know
stay?
where the button is.
You stay on camera.
Oh,
Let's just go. I'll go back here. You just stare at the camera for like a long time, and don't say anything, 'cause that wouldn't work.
I would never.
You'd never. All right. We'll see you guys later. You can still hear
See
me
ya.
though. So, well, don't go anywhere, Matt. Don't go anywhere. Don't go. Stay. How long can we stretch? He's inching. He's inching off. All right. We'll see you guys later.